Did you know there was an empire that was neither holy, nor Roman, nor even an empire? Spanning nearly 1,000 years, the Holy Roman Empire was a realm of shifting power and constant intrigue. From Charlemagne to Napoleon, this empire saw the rise and fall of kings, wars of religion, and the birth of modern Europe. Yet, despite its grandeur, the Holy Roman Empire was a confederation held together by fragile alliances and contested power. Conflict, compromise, and conquest defined its legacy, leading to its ultimate dissolution in the shadow of Napoleon. Join us as we unravel the complex history of the Holy Roman Empire and its enduring impact on Europe. The Holy Roman Empire, what is it? The Holy Roman Empire existed from 962 to 1806 and was one of the largest states in Europe during the medieval and early modern periods. However, power within this empire was often unstable and constantly changing. It is important to emphasize that the Holy Roman Empire was not a unified nation, but rather a confederation of various small and medium-sized political entities. The Holy Roman Empire also has no connection to the ancient Roman Empire, Western Rome, or the Byzantine Empire. It was because of this potential confusion that in the 15th century, the official title of this empire was amended to include Holy. In the Holy Roman Empire, the emperor was chosen through an election process conducted by the Imperial College. To maintain their position, the ruling royal family often had to appease members of the Imperial College, sometimes by making concessions to ensure their support in the elections. However, this process gradually weakened the power of the royal families. As a result, through many elections, they lost influence, leading to changes in dynasties and the beginning of new power cycles. The official establishment. In the 8th and 9th centuries, the Franks established a vast kingdom that stretched across Central and Western Europe. Especially in 800, Charlemagne, the Frankish king, conquered Rome and was crowned emperor. However, under the descendants of Charlemagne, the Frankish kingdom began to decline. It was later divided into three parts: West Francia, the precursor to medieval France; Middle Francia, also known as the Kingdom of Lotharingia; and East Francia, which later became the Kingdom of Germany. In theory, the descendants of Charlemagne were supposed to rule Middle Francia and hold the title of emperor, but due to the extinction of the Carolingian dynasty, Middle Francia fell into chaos. It was then divided into two separate kingdoms, Lorraine and Italy. In the 10th century, Princess Adelaide requested Otto I, the King of Germany, and later the Holy Roman Emperor, to intervene in the complex situation in the southern part of the Alps. Otto then advanced and conquered northern Italy, established order, married Adelaide, and continued his journey to Rome. Otto became the King of Germany, and through his marriage to Adelaide, also became the King of Italy. In Otto's view, these two leadership positions were enough to deserve an imperial title. Furthermore, the Pope was grateful to Otto for bringing stability to Italy through the German army. To express his gratitude, the Pope decided to confer the imperial title, which had been vacant for Otto. From then on, the imperial court of the Holy Roman Emperor was officially transferred from Middle Francia to East Francia, also known as the Kingdom of Germany. This established the position of East Francia in the history of the Holy Roman Empire, laying the foundation for its existence throughout the remaining time of the empire. This is why the year 962, when Otto was crowned, is often seen as the official starting point of the Holy Roman Empire. Although some historians argue that the beginning of this empire was in 800 when Charlemagne was crowned in Rome, his reign is often referred to as the Frankish or Carolingian Empire, not the Holy Roman Empire. The Otto dynasty, also known as the Ottonian or Saxon dynasty, ruled the Holy Roman Empire until 1024. During this time, they expanded the empire by incorporating the Duchy of Bohemia. Later, power passed to the Salian dynasty. The Salians continued to expand the territory by adding the Kingdom of Burgundy the remaining part of Middle Francia, to the empire, resulting in the Holy Roman Empire becoming a powerful monarchy encompassing major regions such as Germany, Italy, Bohemia, and Burgundy. During this process, the Salian dynasty also became embroiled in a conflict with the medieval church known as the Investiture Controversy. This controversy revolved around the issue of who would hold supreme power in the Latin Christian world, the Pope or the Emperor. After many conflicts, a compromise was finally reached with the Concordat of Worms in 1122, limiting the religious authority of the emperor. However, during the Hohenstaufen dynasty, they expanded the empire's secular power to the maximum extent. The Staford Dynasty. The Staford Dynasty is one of the most prominent periods in the history of the Holy Roman Empire. Under their rule, the empire expanded its territory to its largest extent, including areas from the southern border of Denmark to the island of Sicily in the Mediterranean in the 13th century. Frederick I, also known as Barbarossa, because of his prominent red beard, was the first Staufer emperor. Before becoming emperor, he participated in the Second Crusade and gained much military experience. During his reign, Barbarossa constantly faced challenges from wealthy merchant republics within the empire's territory in Italy. Barbarossa conducted 6 military expeditions to consolidate his power in Italy. However, these actions created many enemies against him, leading to a coalition of Italian cities, along with the Pope and the Byzantine Empire, opposing him. After a defeat, Barbarossa returned north with a determination for revenge. Barbarossa prepared for another military expedition, but the Third Crusade caught his attention. The army of Saladin, the Muslim ruler of Egypt and Syria, had conquered Jerusalem. Barbarossa joined the Third Crusade with the aim of recapturing the Holy City. However, on his journey, he encountered an unfortunate accident while bathing in a river in Turkey and drowned. Frederick II, the grandson of Frederick I, ascended to power and left a great mark in history to the point that his contemporaries called him Stupor Mundi, meaning the wonder of the world. He was fluent in 6 languages and was famous for promoting poetry, philosophy, and literature in the Middle Ages. Frederick II also welcomed Muslim and Jewish scholars at his court in Palermo, Sicily. However, this tolerance, along with his ambition for unlimited territorial expansion, led to constant conflicts with the Pope. Pope Innocent IV even called him a rebel. Nevertheless, Frederick II considered himself a true Catholic and participated in the Sixth Crusade. Unlike previous military expeditions, Frederick II used diplomacy to negotiate with Al-Kamil, the Muslim ruler, and regained control of Jerusalem. After Frederick II's death in 1250, the Staufer dynasty ended, and conflicts became more serious. The republics in Italy and the northern cities took the opportunity to expand their autonomy. On the mainland, feudal lords fought for power, but none could dominate the others. It was not until 1312 that a new emperor ascended the throne, more than 60 years after the end of the Staufer dynasty. Culture and economy. After the era of the Staufer emperors, central power in the Holy Roman Empire declined, paving the way for social stratification. Power gradually shifted from the traditional feudal nobility to wealthy merchant groups in the cities, thanks to the development of a currency-based economy. In this context, land ownership was no longer the most important factor in determining power. Instead, wealth and economic influence took precedence. However, the political structure remained largely unchanged. The Royal University, where the emperor was elected, was still managed by feudal lords and the church. In the late Middle Ages, the wealth of cities within the empire increased, and these new wealthy and powerful groups began to demand more rights from feudal lords, leading to the development of urban society and the modern era. This transition also affected Italy, which began to separate from the Holy Roman Empire. Maritime republics such as Venice, Genoa, and Pisa continued to thrive with trade and gradually achieved autonomy. As imperial power in Italy weakened, this process accelerated, ultimately leading to the Renaissance. In the Northern Alps, the rapidly developing cities began to negotiate for economic freedom. These events showed that the Holy Roman Empire did not necessarily need an emperor. During this process, the title of imperial nobility belonged to dynasties such as Luxembourg, Bavaria, and Bohemia, ultimately falling to the Habsburgs of Austria in the 15th century. From 1415, this dynasty ruled the Holy Roman Empire until its final days. Reformation of Religion. During the rule of the Habsburgs, the Holy Roman Empire went through a period of serious religious conflict, making it one of the most difficult times. While the royal family remained loyal to Catholicism, in the north, the religious reform erupted in 1517, when Martin Luther officially broke with the Church and split Western Christianity. Many cities seized this opportunity to resist Habsburg rule, supporting the reform and turning it into a vibrant political issue. Regions like the Rhineland, Bohemia, Austria, and southern Germany defended the Catholic faith, while the north and cities like Strasbourg and Frankfurt became centers of the Protestant faith. During this time, Charles V, the Holy Roman Emperor, was also facing challenges from France and the Ottoman Empire. By 1555, Charles V had to accept the demands of the Protestant faction and abdicate. In a period when Protestantism was spreading, the Kingdom of Bohemia quickly converted to this new faith, while still under Habsburg rule. In 1618, a rebellion of the Bohemian nobility occurred, overthrowing Ferdinand II, the King of Bohemia. But he remained the emperor of the empire and chose a Protestant candidate as the new king. Feeling offended, Ferdinand II decided to counterattack and launched a military campaign to regain power, leading to the 30 Years' War, a prolonged and complex conflict. Initially, Ferdinand II quickly regained control of Bohemia, defeating the Protestant opponents and reclaiming the position of King of Bohemia. But according to the agreement with Charles V in 1555, the emperor was supposed to focus only on the territories he directly ruled and not interfere in other territories. Ferdinand II's interference in the affairs of the Bohemian Protestants was seen as a violation of royal authority. This sparked the rebellion of the Duke of Holstein, who was also the King of Denmark, and his resistance against the emperor. Although he was ultimately defeated, the expanding influence of the Habsburgs caused much concern. After Denmark, Sweden and France directly joined the conflict. The war lasted for decades and caused severe destruction and weakened the position of the Holy Roman Empire. In 1648, after lengthy negotiations, the Peace of Westphalia was finally signed. This peace treaty ended the 30 Years' War, one of the longest and most devastating conflicts in European history. The decline. After the Peace of Westphalia, although the Habsburgs still held the title of Holy Roman Emperor, their power significantly diminished and was mainly limited to the territories of Austria, Bohemia, and Hungary. In Vienna, they managed to avoid a major attack by the Ottoman Empire in 1683 with the help of Poland, but they continued to face challenges from France. During this time, the Hohenzollern family, ruling the Brandenburg region within the Holy Roman Empire, developed their territory into the Kingdom of Prussia. In 1740, the King of Prussia unexpectedly invaded Silesia, one of the wealthiest regions of the Habsburgs. Eventually, the Habsburgs had to cede Silesia to Prussia. The conflict between Austria and Prussia continued, and later played a significant role in the process of German unification in the 19th century. But before this happened, the Holy Roman Empire ceased to exist. Around 1800, France under the leadership of Napoleon Bonaparte emerged as a formidable new power in the West, expanding forcefully to the east. In 1805, Napoleon inflicted a major defeat on the Holy Roman Empire, to the extent that Habsburg power outside the Austrian territories disappeared. In 1806, the Holy Roman Empire was officially dissolved, and France reorganized most of the German states into the Confederation of the Rhine, a series of satellite states under French control. However, after Napoleon's defeat, the idea of a German federation continued. All German states, including Prussia and Austria, joined the new German Confederation. From this alliance, modern Germany gradually formed, but Austria and the Habsburgs were eventually excluded from the project due to the expansion of Prussia. In Vienna, the Habsburgs still held power, but with the titles of the Austrian-Hungarian emperors, and continued to rule until the outbreak of World War I.